School and the 2023 Chapmanville Middle School Holiday Tournament, Christmas in the Ville. Tonight's feature matchup pits the visiting Jenkins Middle School Cavaliers against your Chapmanville Middle School Tigers. At this time, we would like to ask everyone to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our number one goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Chapmanville Middle School, where we are here for our final contest of the day as the Chapmanville Varsity Ball Club getting set to try and see if they can move into the finals tomorrow and take on Williamson. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you. And again, we had a barn burner of a first boys semifinal between Crum and Williamson, and now we get our second boys semifinal, and not much known of their opponents from Jenkins here coming in here tonight, but it should be an interesting matchup even with only 7 players on their roster.
Yeah, it should be. They've got a couple shooters. I think I'd see them one time this year already, Chris, down in Prestonsburg, Kentucky earlier this year, but they've got a couple shooters on the floor for Jenkins, but this is a Chapmanville team that has been really, really good and really hot of late.
Yeah, and you see now the light show getting ready to get the introduction started for the starting lineups. And for Chapmanville here tonight, it'll be Dakota Dalton, followed by Maddox Sarton, Jacob Vance, Jacob Maynard, and David Browning to round out the starting lineup for the Chapmanville Tigers. And again, we saw the Chapmanville Lady Tigers romp their way to a 52-18 win earlier tonight over Williamson. And now the boys team looking to do the same. And again, Ashley Dalton helping put on this tournament. And it's been such a great venue that he's put forth here. Again, the new floor, the banners in the arena, the light show they've had going on. And that goes back to what I've said about coaching, where I coach tennis. If you make it important, people believe it's important, they want it to be important. And I think Ashley Dalton's done an amazing job with this feeder program and getting basketball so hyped up in the Chapmanville area at younger ages, as has Brad Napper over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. When Ashley Dalton's talking about his basketball program here at Chapmanville Middle School, he talks about a culture. He tries to emulate the culture that Brad Napper has at the high school. And what better culture, when you've got 3 state titles to look after than Brad Napper at the high school level. But, Coach Dalton's done a really good job. This has been a really cool event here this holiday season, Christmas in the Ville here, this basketball tournament.
Again, we'll have 4 more games for you tomorrow starting at 3 p.m. here on D&D Sports, as it'll be the losers bracket contest or the consolation contest for the girls and the boys first. And then we'll have the girls championship at 6 o'clock. That'll be Chapmanville against Barbersville. And then the boys championship at approximately 7:30. It'll be either Chapmanville or Jenkins set to take on the Williamson Wolfpack. As we're underway here this evening from Chapmanville Middle School, Tigers with the ball to get this thing started. And Jacob Vance looking inside, quick passing, nice find to Dave Browning, and David Browning lays it in. Great ball movement for the Tigers to get this game started, and they're up to a quick 2-0 lead. Full court pressure on Jenkins in the backcourt. They lob it up ahead. Trying to find an opening underneath, stolen away by the Tigers as Dakota Dalton comes from the backside. Now they get it into the front court for Sarton. He'll drive in, whistle called. And we're going to get a foul here against Jenkins. That'll be against Tristan Campbell.
A good start for Chapmanville. Trip down, easy bucket for Browning, and then a turnover on their first defensive spot of the game.
Now on the far side with it, looking down low once again, going to Browning, and he'll be bodied up and fouled on the play. That'll send him to the free throw line.
And right now, Jenkins just does not have anybody to match up with Browning on the inside. And Chapmanville has found that weakness, and they have exploited it in their first two possessions.
To get that foul on Connor Hall, that'll be his first. Already 2 team fouls here against Jenkins. First free throw through for Browning. Again, got David to come out and try some tennis with us in middle school last year. He's a solid little player, but you know, he's a really good football player, basketball player as well. So he's got his sports to choose from where he wants.
Yeah, just a solid athlete overall.
Chapmanville gets it back after the deflection out of bounds off of Jenkins as Dalton gets it in. Sarton swings it over far side. And Chapmanville, good ball movement here early on. Once again, finding Browning down low, and there's just no matchup for him here in the early going.
Well, not only that, but Jenkins is running 2 guys at Dakota Dalton right now too, Chris, and it's kind of created some openings that Chapmanville's been able to exploit. When Dalton's a really good basketball player, that's not lost on anybody. But at the same time, when you're going to run 2 guys at him and you've got 4 other guys that are pretty daggone good too, it's going to be easy to find open looks.
Now we get an offensive foul here against Jenkins, it appears. So they'll give it back over to Chapmanville. Dalton will get it into Sarton. Again, this boys team, they've been here all day practicing in between games, half times of games, getting ready for tonight's action as Sarton splits a couple defenders, kicks it out for Dalton. Dalton into the corner for Sarton, has it intercepted by Lester. Aiden Lester up the left side, stops, pops a 3 in transition. That one off the rim, no good. Rebounded on the backside by Jacob Vance. Vance will race up the right side, slams on the brakes, gives it over for Sarton. Sarton penetrates him, puts up a floater, and he'll bank it home.
Yeah, good look there from Sarton, able to split 2 defenders and hit the floater off the glass. And Chapmanville out early to this 7-0 lead.
And Jenkins in the pressure cooker already in this game, trailing it by a touchdown over left side. Long 3 on the way for Lester. That one misses and goes over the backboard, over to Chapmanville.
Yeah, that's something that Coach Dalton has done really well in the games that I have watched them play, Chris, is they do a good job on their offensive sets, but, man, they speed the game up so much when you have possession of the basketball. It's really tough to get into a flow of the game.
Nice look inside. They kick it back out. Open 3 on the way. That one rattles in and out for Vance. Rebound knocked loose underneath, and last touch by Chapmanville. And Coach Dalton not happy that an open look maybe got passed up that time on the offensive end. And I tell you what, though, that's one thing you'd love to have your coach yelling at you about is shoot the ball.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
I'll play for you.
I was going to say, I didn't hear that whole lot. 3 on the way from the near side, banked in by Jesse Tackett, and that's a much-needed bucket for Jenkins. 7-3 now in favor of the Tigers. Sarton dribbles in, lost it, goes to his knees to pick it up, able to get it out to Dalton, and now we're going to whistle and a carry against the Tigers, so that'll give it back over to Jenkins.
Yeah, Jenkins has played some what a lot of coaches refer to as junk defenses here early on. They've played a little bit of a triangle and 2, and they've played a box and 1. They're just throwing a lot of things at this Chapmanville offense right now, and they've tried to speed Chapmanville up as well.
And Dalton went for the interception that time, almost came up with it, and now coming up with it is Vance. He'll drive in, lays it in on the right side.
Jacob Vance, good job reading that. Sarton gets an easy steal off the inbound, just couldn't get the bucket to go.
And a missed opportunity there for the Tigers. Jenkins dodges a bullet up ahead. Pass intercepted, though, by Browning, and he'll be fouled. With 3:10 to go here in the first quarter as Tackett whistled for the bump. That'll be 3 team fouls now against Jenkins here in the first 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the contest. Sarton waits for everyone to get in position. He's got a good handle on him. Again, he's going to be a really good point guard moving forward as Sarton. Nice look down low, quick pass and 2, finds Browning once again.
Browning's just getting that seal every time, and it's an easy lay-in off that post move.
And again, the vision by Sarton has just been incredible so far here in the first quarter. Long three near side, and that's banged home by Lester.
Like I said, Jenkins has a few shooters, and Lester being one of those. The first one may have been a little luck, but that one was all skill.
Now, nice take here by Dakota Dalton. Gets to the rim, counted M1 for Dakota Dalton. There you see the flares of that talent of Dakota Dalton. And he's got a chance for an M1 to push this lead back to 8.
Yeah, he's got a lot of talent, Chris, but at the same time, too, he's got a solid frame. You know, when you look at him, he's just real muscular, long, and he's just able to do a lot of things that some middle school kids just can't do.
And that's what I said. You look at this Chapmanville team; they are very big in width and height across the board for a middle school team. And then you've got Sarton, who runs the point so well. Definitely going to make this team a bear to have to try and go through this season as Dalton hits on the free throw. Now pressure in the back court continues. Tough trap in the corner, looking for help is Lester, and he's just going to have to burn a timeout. With 2:27 to go here in the first quarter, and Chapmanville leading at 14-6. We'll see if it's a 30 or a full. Looks to be a 30, so we'll keep things here with the Tigers leading it by 8. And again, tomorrow we'll be back with you at 3 p.m. for our first game of the final day of the Chapmanville Middle School Holiday Tournament.
Shayna O'Brien-Thompson seeking your vote for circuit judge for Logan and Mingo counties in May of 2024. For more than 10 years, Shayna has practiced law in Southern West Virginia and will bring diverse legal experience to the courtroom. Shayna is ready to serve Logan and Mingo counties with knowledge, fairness, and respect. Vote Shayna O'Brien-Thompson for circuit judge, your choice for a fair, respectful, working circuit judge paid for by the committee to elect Shayna O'Brien-Thompson.
Chris Kidd and James Barker here with you today from the Chapmanville Middle School Holiday Tournament. We're in our fourth and final game of the day. Right now it's the Chapmanville boys leading Jenkins 14-6 here in the first quarter. Good look for three from the near side. This time it's going to be an air ball from Lester, trying to save it. And doing so is Braxton Lester, but it's taken away by Chapmanville. Sarton looking up ahead, pass knocked away, loose on the floor. Picked up now by Jenkins. Rushing back the other way is Campbell with it, trying to find an opportunity, but Chapmanville gets back quickly. Over near side, Tackett. Pass deflected out of bounds. There's the big hands of Jacob Maynard again, deflecting yet another ball.
Maynard, one of the star football players on the Chapmanville Middle School football team. Just long, lanky, with a lot of speed, and you can see he's very active on the defensive end.
Ashton Lucas has checked into the game for the first time for Chapmanville. Out front with it, swinging it near side. Hall gives it off. Tackett with it, now hands it off for Lester. Aiden Lester has two people shadowing him now after knocking down that jumper a little bit ago. Now he's going to heave one from Salmon's range from earlier today. That one off the mark. Rebound taken away by Chapmanville. Up ahead, Lucas gets free on the left side, and he'll lay it in.
Chapmanville just so dangerous in transition. They've got athletes all over the place. And, they haven't played clean, and they're still up 10 here in the first quarter.
1:16 to go. There's another pass deflected as Lucas gets his hands on it. And it'll stay here with Jenkins. Yeah, like we talked about in the girls' game, you just start seeing every pass being contested, every pass being deflected. It just wears on you as the game goes along, and it makes those windows a lot tighter to try and fit them into, and then you just start making ghost turnovers after a while.
Yeah, you start second guessing yourself about, should I even try to fit that through the window?
So inbound it deep. There's another tip pass. That one getting a hold of by Jacob Vance up ahead to Browning. Shovels it over for Maynard. Creates some space with that arm. And gets his layup to fall. And extended that left arm to get a little opening. Officials didn't see it, and that's what it's there for. So it's now a 12-point lead for the Tigers under a minute.
A little bit of a stiff arm there from the football player.
That pass from Lester airmailed underneath, trying to find his man. And you can see the frustration some of the Jenkins starters already here late in the first period. Dalton will bring it up the timeline. Almost lost it behind his back. Now able to cross up his man. Looking to try and create some space, and we get a whistle.
A little two-hand shove there.
And it's going to be number 2 on Jesse Tackett. Again, not a deep bench, only 2 players on the bench for Jenkins, that being Chris Anderson and Bryson Bradley. On the other end, Chapmanville, they've got a whole roster and a half down that bench, full 15. And that's the 15th foul against Jenkins. That sends Dalton to the line. Chapmanville yet to commit a foul here in the first quarter. And that's a big compliment with how aggressive Chapmanville plays defense as well. Again, I've talked about that on a lot of the high school broadcasts, learning how to defend without fouling. And so far, this has been a very disciplined Chapmanville defense we've seen.
When you have length and speed, it's a lot easier to defend without fouling.
Dalton hits on the first, can't get the second. Rebound tipped around, taken away by Jenkins. 19-6, Tigers lead it. In the front court, Campbell tries to split between a couple defenders, has it knocked away. Lucas gets it, but now Campbell gets it back. Goes up, and that will be a first foul on Chapmanville as Lucas tried to get the block from behind.
Sometimes when you get that steal in the middle of all that action, you just got to pick it up and let everything clear before you start dribbling. Lucas right there got the steal and then tried to go immediately as fast as he could down the floor. And while that is the culture that Ashley Dalton wants, sometimes you got to be just a little bit smart.
His first free throw no good from Campbell. Yeah, that's the thing. You never saw me starting a fast break back in the day. I was waiting on everybody to clear out. I had
you were the trail guy. Let me hit one from.
Yeah, I tell everybody, I said I wasn't worth much, but I could shoot the ball back in the day. I can't do that anymore, unfortunately. Campbell misses on both. Now Browning's pass, a little bit too much smoke on it for Maynard, and that'll go out of bounds. Turnover for Chapmanville. Yeah, but I went into the high school auditorium the other day, or into the Ox Gym, picked up basketball, took a shot. Oh, my God.
Said no more?
A line drive, missed off the side of the backboard. I said, I'm just going to make a layup and call it a day. It's a nice drive here by Lester, able to split a couple of defenders, and Aiden Lester.
Does he have all 8?
He's got 5 of the 8.
Okay.
Jesse Tackett with the other 3. With 4 seconds left, Dalton looking to get a shot off. Does as he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Time expires, so it'll be during the break here when Dalton will shoot.
Let's see if Dalton's able to get it. Again, the second time today we've had a shot dead and in against the side of the backboard. Had that happen in the first boys game. So now Dalton now will have to shoot these free throws with nobody around here as everyone heads to their bench. And this is one of the lonelier experiences, I figure, at the free throw line. Dalton looks to extend this lead at the end of the first, and he hits the first. So he's got 5 points total, 3 of 4 at the line. Second one through. And one more to try and cap off what has been a strong first quarter for the Tigers. Well, they signaled 3 free throws at first, and now everyone's saying it's 2, and now they go back and remind everybody it's 3. Dalton with one more now before we head to the end of the first quarter. And he can't get the friendly roll, but Chapmanville dominates to a 21-8 lead after the first 6 minutes. We'll be back after this as you are watching the Chapmanville Middle School Holiday Tournament right here live on the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to the Loose Caboose Grill, located in Kermit, West Virginia. Come on in and try out their home fresh food and go inside of the caboose and sign your name on the wall while you sit down and get you something to eat. Located in Kermit, West Virginia, go grab you a bite to eat at the Loose Caboose Grill.
Amber Miller Belcher is a supporter of all Mountain athletes, small town girl promotions, in her efforts to help all towns all over the state with grant writing and growth. In singular, her 13 years of health and wellness coaching, providing people with energy, health, and business building goals. She does a lot with our friend Richie Belcher at Genmar Services. They're actually giving back and have given back on the toy drive here of the Birch area schools. That's Amber Miller Belcher, Genmar Services, a small town girl promotion.
Turnover starts quarter number 2 as Jenkins can't find the handle, and Chapmanville will get it back, leading at 21-8. Chris Kidd and James Barker here with you this evening from Chapmanville Middle School. Over is Ashton Lucas, 3 on the way, won't fall. Strong rebound by Dalton underneath. Surrounded, goes up with it and won't fall for him. Rebound still being fought for underneath, picked up, and a foul on the play. As that'll send to the free throw line Jackson Ellison, who's checked into the game.
Ellison was the other back for the Chapmanville Middle School football team. He kind of ran that fullback position primarily, and you can tell by his build, probably fits his body type.
So I said, it's just one big kid after another that Ashley Dalton's bringing in to this contest, as that ball hit the rim about 15 different times before it finally fell off. But Ellison will get a second here. The lefty gets it up, and that one cleanly through. First point of the second quarter goes to the Tigers, 22-8. Now Chapmanville leads it. Across the timeline comes Campbell. Trying to force one inside, able to find Braxton Lester, but he's surrounded. Kicks it back out. Campbell. Lob pass into the corner again, just not enough on that pass. Aiden Lester comes up with it, but now he's surrounded by everybody. He has to throw it off a Tiger's leg to save the possession. And again, if you're Jenkins, those passes have got to be a lot crisper than that against this swarming defense of Chapmanville. Campbell has it up top of the key. Gives it off over to his left, Aiden Lester. And you see Chapmanville extending that defense a little bit more now on these shooters, making life a lot more difficult to find some space. Underneath, nice find that time. Good pass on the back end. Layup, won't fall. Again, good ball movement that time, but Braxton Lester couldn't finish it off. Now Sarton shovels it over for Dalton. Dalton will bring it back out the top of the key. Now to Sarton, left corner, wide open for 3. That went off the side of the rim, no good, and rebounded, taken away by Campbell. Campbell crosses midcourt. Shades over to his right, tries to split between 2 defenders. We're going to get a whistle and a foul on the floor here against Chapmanville.
Well, Jenkins has kind of settled down here in this second quarter, Chris. We're starting to see them be a lot more patient on offense, but Chapmanville hasn't had a real make to try to push pressure either.
So get that foul on Maddox Sarton. That'll be his first. He'll inbound it near side. Hall gets it back out front. Aiden Lester with it. He's going to take another bomb of a 3. This one had enough on it, but just too strong off the left side and out of bounds over to Chapmanville.
Well, he's not shy.
No, and shooter's going to shoot, and I said you can't be shy in those situations. And if he's got the range and he's got the accuracy, especially right now with the way Chapmanville's playing defense, I'd say you take your shot every day of the week. Now Browning goes to work. What a drive by him. Gets all the way to the 10, and he'll lay it in.
Yeah, catches it at the high post and looks to the right to try to get an outlet pass to the wing. Guy jumps in the air, just dribbles around everybody for an easy lay-in.
He's got 9 points now to lead Chapmanville here in the first half. 24-8 in favor of the Tigers. Lester gets it into the center for Chris Anderson. He'll give it off. Braxton Lester heaves it cross court. Campbell comes up with it. He'll step back. Long jumper. Airballed. Rebounded by Ellison. Now here comes Sarton pushing it back the other way. Jenkins not getting set on defense. Anderson just grabbed the whole jersey full that time of Sarton. Try and slow him down, and that'll send Sarton to the line.
Sarton again does such a good job in transition. He pushes the pace really quick. And being left-handed, sometimes you you lose sight of that when you're a defender. Even with kids, you know they're left-handed, you are so used to playing against right-handed players that he's got a quick step there into the lane.
Sarton sinks first free throw. He's got 3 now for the game. Bryson Bradley will check in for Jenkins. Ashton McClanahan will check in for Chapmanville as Dakota Dalton will get a breather and Anderson will get a breather for Jenkins. Sarton's second free throw cleanly through as well. Let's give him 4 so far this evening, and the lead now to 18 for Chapmanville. Campbell trying to split between the defenders and draws a whistle. McClanahan right off the bench into the game and into the foul column. Going down at the Campbell. Moving near side. Hall gives it back over to Campbell. Aiden Lester waving his arms over in the left corner trying to get the attention of Campbell. Now he does finally get pass in his direction, but that just swatted out of bounds by Lucas. Again, this defense extended so far, it's hard to try and make those passes cross court. Now Steele up ahead, trying to drive in that time as McClanahan couldn't convert, and out of bounds, last touch by Chapmanville.
Good job from McClanahan on the steal. That time he's got to go a little bit stronger at the basket. If you get fouled, so be it.
Approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Chapmanville's been in control since the early going. Pass deflected by McClanahan, got his hands on it. Up ahead to Sarton on the left side, stops, lays it in. And just good job running the floor again by Sarton, getting open. And McClanahan finding him in open space as the lead is now swelled to 20. And Lester just bullies his way into the middle and draws a whistle as they're going to get McClanahan again on the foul.
He's picked up 2 quick ones since he's been on the floor.
So that's 3 team fouls against Chapmanville here in the second quarter, 2 against Jenkins. Trying to find someone to get it into the corner. Hall bounces it out front. Aiden Lester throws a 3 up, tried to kick his legs out, maybe draw a contact that time, but rebounded by Browning. Up ahead to Lucas. Lucas got by his man, stumbled a little, shovels it over to McClanahan. McClanahan trying to get free, had pass stripped, knocked away. Now here comes Campbell back the other way. Campbell couldn't find an opening, and he'll just set up the offense. 2:23 to go before halftime. Goes inside, turn around in the paint. Nicely done by Bryson Bradley.
Good move from Bradley there, a little spinorama into the bucket.
That's the first points of the second quarter for Jenkins now. Into the corner. Sarton, good look for 3 on the way. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Lucas. Gives it back to Browning. Browning kicks it out. McClanahan gets a clean look from 3. That one front rim. Rebounded by Ellison. Counted in the foul for Ellison.
Strong play there from Jackson Ellison on the inside as he was able to get that backside rebound and go up strong and try to complete this 3-point play.
And again, getting second and third opportunities most of the time down the floor now for Chapmanville. And here comes more big bodies into the game as Jackson Neal gets into the game for the first time.
Now, I bet you don't know this. Do you know the siblings of Jackson Neal?
Oh, I'm very aware. Hunter Neal.
Okay.
Yeah, again, in the state championship, first state championship game for Chapmanville in their history. Abby Neal, great cheerleader at Chapmanville as well.
Okay.
You know, good family, great kids.
Yep.
Great
I thought I was going to catch you off guard.
No, because Abby always begged out of work every day in class, so I couldn't help but not forget her. Or I couldn't forget her. And she's actually here supporting her brother here tonight as well. Down to a minute 40 to go in the first half. Near side, Ashton McClanahan open for 3. That one off the mark. Rebound fought for. Ellison comes up with it, kicks it out. Open 3 for Lucas. That one's going to be short. But there's Ellison on the boards again, goes up. Can't convert, gets another rebound. Padding his stats here by the second on the offensive glass, and he'll put it in finally.
He has been a man amongst boys down there in the paint in this second quarter.
He's got 5 points, and the lead now 32-10 in favor of Chapmanville. So that ball deflected out of bounds. It will stay with Jenkins. So it'll be Campbell or trigger it in. Trying to finds Lester cutting to the basket, and he'll be fouled by Sarton. So that'll send Aiden Lester to the free throw line. That's going to be the second foul now on Maddox Sarton.
Foul number 3, Maddox Sarton. His second, team's fourth. At the line.
I like how somebody asked who was that on as they were coming to the scores table to tell them. It's like, well, if you give me a second. First free throw rattles out for Aiden Lester. Jenkins now 0-3 from the free throw line here in the first half. As Brock Carter will check into the game. And Sarton will take a seat probably for the rest of the half for those 2 fouls. And second free throw will go for Aiden Lester. He's now got 6 points.
I was talking to Coach Dalton at a point in time. McClanahan tries the 3 there, Chris. I think Ellison's going to get another board.
Yeah, of course he is. He's probably in double figures in boards by now.
You look at how many players Chapmanville has played so far in this game. And they haven't really missed a beat too much.
Oh, and Ashton Lucas buries a 3 from the far side. And that's what makes it so difficult. It's different matchups, different players, different looks each time with different skill sets.
And not only that, in practice you're getting better because you're playing against really good competition every single day.
Absolutely. That's what true mark of a better team is as you move forward, is what you go through in practice most of the time. And now you get another foul in the backcourt. As Aiden Lester picks up his second foul. So both sides with 4 team fouls. 30.3 seconds left here in the first half. Chapmanville leading at 35-11. They've held the lead from the get-go and haven't relinquished it. So Lucas gives it back out to McClanahan, near side. Looking as Carter gives it back to McClanahan with 16 seconds. See if Chapmanville holds for one here. Carter lobs it over for Lucas, gets a clean look for 3. Hit a second ago, hits another, and the foul.
Chapmanville has opened up a huge lead here in this first half.
And that's going to be the third on Aiden Lester. And he doesn't understand why he was whistled for the foul. And looks like the official saying he swept his leg out. That'll send Lucas to the line. He's got 8 points since checking into this game. And a chance for a rare 4-point play. And Lucas converts it. A 31-point lead now for the Tigers. As Jesse Tackett will check back into the game, and Lester settled those 3 fouls, goes to the bench. Jenkins going to try and get the final shot of the half here. Is Campbell with 5 seconds. Now is made aware of the clock. Down to 2, down to 1. They may not get a shot off. He heaves it at the horn. No good. And that'll do it for the first 12 minutes of action. And Chapmanville taking control of this game from the outset, and they lead it by 31 as we head to intermission. James and I will step aside for a break and be back to talk about the first half right after this, as you're watching the Chapmanville Middle School Holiday Tournament with us right here on the D&D Sports Network.
If you're a business looking to bring utilities underground with little impact to the environment, we offer that with horizontal directional drilling. With the ability to steer around underground objects that may be in the way of conventional ditch digging, we offer the different hole sizes to complete any project. Let the professionals at Horizontal Drilling help you today. Give us a call at 304-928-0587.
Call Restoration One, West Virginia's go-to cleanup crew. Don't let fire, wind, water damage ruin your property. Restoration One can get you back to 100% in the quickest time possible. Our staff here at Restoration One is fast, friendly, and reliable. We got experts that use the latest in technology to remove mold and damages left behind by Mother Nature. Don't just trust anyone. Trust Restoration One.
I'm Elise Hinkle, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner and director of behavioral health at Coalfield Health Center. Our providers have experience with a full spectrum of disorders. To schedule an appointment with one of our providers, call 304-855-1222. As a community, let's help each other address mental health. We are here for you when you are ready. Coalfield Health Center. Let our family take care of your family.
You're trying to rehab from an on-the-field or workplace injury? Come to Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance in Chapmanville, West Virginia for all your physical therapy needs. For over 10 years, Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance has been making sure their clients rebound in the quickest amount of time possible. That's Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. Look forward to seeing you.
Call 304-752-3474 and see Missy Birchfield at your good friends at State Farm in Logan, West Virginia. She gives out free insurance quotes, so make sure you see her at State Farm.
If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza. Gracie and Tate merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks!
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
Come meet the wonderful staff at the Dale Barton Quick Shop. They got all your cold food needs along with tobacco needs. And while you're down there, check out their award-winning hot food items. Once again, located in Dale Barton, West Virginia, the Quick Shop.
Stop by McCoy Dental and let our friendly staff take care of all your dental needs. Whether it's crowns, root canals, teeth cleaning, implants, or you're just in need of some light cosmetic work, we have you covered. McCoy Dental, improving our area one smile at a time. McCoy Dental is located at the Fountain Place Mall in Logan, West Virginia.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
At Giovanni's Pizza in West Logan, we got subs, calzones, wings, pizza, and more. Stop by today. Great service with great deals. We also got a newly renovated and remodeled dining room where you can enjoy your game day celebrations or relax after a trail ride. We look forward to seeing you at Giovanni's in Logan, West Virginia.
The City of Logan is doing a lot of wonderful things, starting with their Christmas lights and the Christmas parade they just had with the Marching Thunder from Marshall University downtown. They also had Team Santa, which was really neat, where every kid that was there received a gift from the city. Hats off to Mayor Serafino Noletti as well as the City Council as they continue to push Logan forward. They're going to have their New Year's Eve fireworks at 7 p.m. so that the kids can watch them before they fall asleep, maybe before the ball drops. You can go out there and enjoy them as a family. That's the City of Logan working together.
Chris Kidd and James Barker here with you on the D&D Sports Network for our fourth and final game of the evening. And right now, through 2 quarters of play, the Chapmanville boys have taken it to Jenkins 42-11, and that in large part due to their defense, also just the depth and offensive rebounding, shooting, fouls being, I mean, whatever you want to say, you can check it off in Chapmanville's column right now as they've just been on fire here.
Well, and right now they have anytime they want, Chris, they can go into the paint with David Browning, Jackson Ellison, just you name it. They've got a size advantage down there. They've got an athletic advantage down there, and they've taken it to Jenkins inside on the paint. But like you mentioned, I think it really starts on the defensive end of the floor. Chapmanville's been able to create some turnovers, speed Jenkins up in their offensive sets, and this is not the best I've seen Chapmanville play, and they're up 31 at halftime with scoring 42 points in 12 minutes. That says a lot about your basketball team.
As you look at it, they've got 7 players in the scorebook already, none of them in double figures. That just shows how much they've been sharing the ball and sharing the wealth here in the first half, because you look at Jenkins, 6 points for Aiden Lester, 3 for Jesse Tackett, and 2 for Bryson Bradley to round out their scoring. For Chapmanville, you've got David Browning with 9 points, Ashton Lucas with 9 points, Dakota Dalton with 6 points, Maddox Sarton with 6 points, Jackson Ellison with 5 points, and Jacob Maynard and Jacob Vance with 2 points apiece. I mean, that is an incredible stat line right there. I mean, obviously what Kendrick Ingram did in the last game with 36 points was a feat in and of itself, but to have 42 points on the board in the first half in a middle school game and have that much disparity in your score column, that says a lot about how much your team shares the ball and how much talent's all around your team.
Yeah, I completely agree with that statement, Chris, and I think that's kind of what makes Chapmanville so scary is that, they've got Dakota Dalton that can take over a game at any second. But, when Jenkins is running 2 guys at him in the very first possession, and he's able to split a couple defenders, find Browning underneath for an easy layup, it just shows you everybody on the court can take over the game at some point in time. And with the ability for all of their players to score, it makes things interesting. I really can't wait until them and Logan middle school play. That should be a really good matchup.
That'll be a fun evening, and looks like neither club needing the extra 2 minutes here. They both were on the floor ready to go.
That will elicit a standing ovation from some of us here in the crowd.
Yes, and James and I have been here for the full brunt of today.
Yeah, about since 2:15 I walked through the doors, so.
Yeah, we'll be here again tomorrow for it as well. Again, we're glad everyone's having us here, and it's a bountiful day of basketball.
Yes.
We'll put it that way. Dalton starting the third quarter, comes back in off the bench, and he'll bury a 3 from the left side.
Any space he gets, and he gets a good look, is a chance for it to go in, or a high chance for it to go in.
And I was watching him warm up in between some of the games and at halftime of some of them, and that seemed to be his favorite spot right there. He was knocking him down pretty regularly whenever he was getting his pregame warm-up in, as that 3 and air ball from Tackett. Up ahead, getting behind everyone and laying it in on the left side is Maynard.
Easy 2 there for Maynard, and I believe that's his first points of the game, Chris. So add another kid into the scoring column.
Now into the corner, 3 on the way. That one off the side of the rim, no good for Campbell. And we're going to get a loose ball foul here. Get a push. That'll be against Jacob Vance, his first. They'll inbound it. Hall trying to get the dribble back, and we'll get a whistle and another foul. They're going to get that one on Jacob Maynard. That'll be his first. They'll inbound it into the corner. Hall gets caught, kicks it back out to Campbell. That's...
I'm not really sure that Maynard should have been called for the foul there. There was a little bit of a hip check on the Jenkins player.
That seemed like that should have gone against Hall. He came up and blocked him right in the back on that one. But it's 3 fouls already here, 5:04 to go in the third quarter. 36-point game, you kind of figure some of this stuff could be let go at this point. But I guess they've got their job to do too, as there's a missed shot taken away by Dalton. He'll drive in left side, goes up with the left hand, and a strong drive by Dakota Dalton. So he's in the double figures now with 11 points, and he takes the team lead in scoring. Out front, Sarton gets his hands in, takes it away. Now he's in a foot race up the left side, drives in, can't finish. Rebound, knocked out of bounds, and going to say last touch by Chapmanville.
Sarton gets that steal, doesn't convert the layup. You could hear Ashley Dalton getting on to him about finishing there, and Yeah, that's what you like from your coach. If you're a player, you're up 38, doesn't really matter. You still want to be competing and playing your best.
That ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Jenkins. And yeah, you get that way in any sport. You know it with football. I know it with tennis. I could have a player up 7-0 in a match, and you still want them to focus as if it's nothing at that point, and don't mess around. Take care of the job. Make sure you're playing each point or each game and minute just like it matters as if it's in the finals. That one knocked loose, gotten back, jumper on the way, rolls off for Braxton Lester, and that's knocked out of bounds by Jenkins. Chapmanville gets it back, leading by a sizable 38 points here early in the third quarter. They've outscored Jenkins 7-0 right out of the gate to start the second half. Sarton, burst of energy to the inside to Browning. Can't finish, gets it back, goes back up, and the lead is now ballooned to 40. Browning into double figures with 11 points. Near side, Hall. Kicks it back up top, Braxton Lester. He's cut off, had it knocked away by Sarton, almost had a clear run out. But right there was Thompson to keep that from happening. Campbell back near midcourt with it, over to his right. Cuts between a couple defenders, but knocked loose by David Browning. Up ahead for Dalton. He'll drive him one-on-one with Lester, and he'll finish on the left side. There's not a whole lot of chance there for Lester to slow him down.
No, and Dalton does such a good job of slowing down and setting up the body contact and creating a better angle for himself when he gets in close to the basket.
Three from the corner, that's short for Hall, but it wasn't boxed out, goes back up. Nice job following a missed shot there by Hall.
Yeah, good job by Hall. Missed a shot, came right off the rim, and he followed it right in for the bucket. Ashley Dalton not happy about that offensive rebound and the putback for Jenkins.
Oh, nice take that time into the middle. Good little Euro step by Jacob Maynard, and he'll bank it in. 55-13, Chapmanville in the lead, 2:52 to go here in the third quarter. Bounce pass stolen away by Dalton again, and then he's rugby tackled near midcourt. That'll be the first foul on Jenkins here in the third quarter. Just looking to see who the foul was on. And it looks like they're going to get Jesse Tackett. So that'll be number 4 on him.
I'm not really sure why everybody's moving back toward the Jenkins direction.
Yeah, I'm not either. It seemed pretty clear that was a foul on Tackett that time. Open field mauled him. It seemed like a pretty easy call.
It's one of those things where, like, you're watching an NFL game. Good take from Sarton there. Just couldn't finish again. But when you're watching an NFL game, it's blatant defensive pass interference, and everybody's still milling around toward the, original line of scrimmage. And next thing you know, we're like, oh, it was a foul. Okay.
I know. I'm like, why does this take so long to make this call? He's on the other end. 3 on the way from the corner, and there's some distance shown by Jacob Vance. He knocks down his 5th point of the game. 55-13 now. Chapmanville leads it. Into the front court. Tackett. Oh, Sarton thought he had a clean rejection, but they're going to whistle him for the foul instead. The play clock's continuing to run, and apparently it's malfunctioned here. You know what? I'm perfectly okay with that.
I think we're good.
Yeah, this is what we talked about during the girls' game. At some point, the game gets so out of hand, there's no real point in continuing.
Play on, guys. I don't see an issue right now.
Well said. We're good. Good. Yeah, we got Mr. Bennett down here trying to fix it. Yeah, it looks like it's just jammed up somewhere. And if they want to, we'll keep clock for them. This quarter will be over with real fast. Ashley Dalton taking his crack at it.
Let's see if we can get a good look here.
And again, you see it blinking a little bit. Now they get it reset to
2:47. It was 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Not 2:15. It was 2 minutes on the clock. I was trying, Chris.
I agree with that, James. 58-15 now, Chapmanville. Yeah, because I was wondering that the three-pointer that was hit there by Vance a moment ago didn't seem like it registered on the scoreboard. That may have been why, but now they've set the clock at 2:15. So, we'll meet them halfway, James.
That's, yeah.
And now we get a lane violation. As as it looks like maybe Tackett was over top of the line when he shot that free throw. Checking out of the game will be Jacob Vance for Chapmanville, as Ellison will check back into the lineup. Had a strong second quarter for him as Tackett hits the second free throw. 58-16 Chapmanville. Sarton, nice bounce pass into the middle that time. Short on the jumper though was Maynard. Now ball being fought for underneath, knocked loose, going to be tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by Lucas. 2:03 to go here in the third quarter. All Chapmanville right now well on their way to a championship matchup tomorrow against Williamson. Jenkins will still have a consolation game tomorrow against Crum. It's a nice crossover that time. Yeah, nice floater by Campbell, able to get it to fall for his fourth point. Up ahead, Chapmanville attacking quickly. Lucas the other way. He got behind everyone and lays it in.
I tell you what, that's so hard to defend. You finally get a bucket if you're Jenkins, and you feel good about yourself, and then Sarton beats you down the floor with a pass.
And now Lucas with an interception on the other end. Nice stop and ball fake that time by Lucas, and banks it in. He's got 13.
I don't think people at home realize how hard it is to score 62 points in what is now about 17 minutes of action.
Three on the way. That one's going to miss off the side of the rim for Hall and bounce over. Give it back to Chapmanville. And yeah, what's weird is it hasn't quite seemed like it's been at that pace. I mean, it's just been coming as the game's been going on. Like, it hasn't come in waves. It's just been consistent throughout the contest.
I mean, if Chris and I were by ourselves in a gym with no defense, I don't know if we could get 62 points in 17 minutes.
At this point, no.
64 points in 17 minutes.
Nice handoff for Ellison that time, and now Tackett down on the floor.
That's a third player we've seen down today, Chris.
Yeah, we've had a player in each of the girls' games get injured, and now we have Tackett down injured. And he appears to be in a lot of pain right now with 1:01 to go here in the third quarter. Well, while they attend to him, we'll step aside for a break and be back after this as you're watching the Chapmanville Middle School Holiday Tournament right here on the D&D Sports Network.
If you got a big job to get done, don't just trust any flagging service. Call Diamond Flagging Service. Diamond Flagging Service keeps your community safe while also making sure it stays moving. Give Diamond Flagging Service a call today for their services. They also offer amazing job opportunities. Diamond Flagging Services, proud supporter of the Mountain Athletes.
Come see us at Trailhead Bar and Grill in Macon, West Virginia, where the locals come to hang out and the trail riders come to visit.
Follow us on Facebook page for our daily specials. We're open 7 days a week here at Trailhead Bar and Grill.
You can give them a call at 681-308-6088. Make sure you follow them on their Facebook page to keep up with all their daily specials and for business and operation hours. Trailhead Bar and Grill, located downtown Matewan, West Virginia.
Back, everybody, as thankfully Tackett was able to be helped off the floor, but he couldn't put any weight on his leg as he was coming off as Braxton Lexter lays it in. 64-20 as Sarton gets it over. Here's Lucas, long two on the way, and man, he's been hot here tonight. 15 points. He's got 6 in a flurry here, but he's grabbing the back of his leg was Tackett, and that's never a great sign whenever that happens. So we're hoping for the best for him as he's being attended to over on the bench.
Yeah, the thing you hope the most for is some type of hyperextension, just a little bit of a bend the wrong way, but. He's up trying to go back into the game.
Lord.
Listen, the kids are kids, man. When they feel like they're ready to go, they're ready to go. You ain't going to tell them no, but the coach for Jenkins does a good job there. Sits that young man back down, understanding there's much more important basketball to be played. Not only just basketball, but when you get a scary injury like that, you want to make sure the kid's completely okay, get him checked out before he comes back into the game.
Well, you see, things are different now. I'm 40, you're 38, approaching 39. I said, now if we pop our toes wrong, we're on decommission for at least 3 weeks. So we're perfectly fine with not going back in the game.
You mentioned that. What's funny is, I'm running a camera here and doing some other stuff. And I did it at Chapmanville last week, and I kept getting a toe cramp.
I remember you telling me.
I was like, who gets injured running a camera seated?
Well, the beat goes on for Chapmanville as Jackson Ellison with another lay-in. He's got 9 points. Final 5 seconds of the third quarter. Hall will have to heave one from the parking lot. That one off the front iron, no good, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Another dominating period for the Tigers as they lead at 69-20 as we head to the final 6 minutes. Back after this as you're watching the Chapmanville Middle School Holiday Tournament right here live on the D&D Sports Network.
Come see us at Trailhead Bar and Grill in Chapmanville, West Virginia, where the locals come to hang out and the trail riders come to visit.
Follow us on Facebook page for our daily specials. We're open 7 days a week here at Trailhead Bar and Grill.
You can give them a call at 681-308-6088. Make sure you follow them on their Facebook page to keep up with all their daily specials and for business and operation hours. Trailhead Bar and Grill, located downtown Matewan, West Virginia.
Whether it's home, life, business, or auto insurance, Scott Ambergy at State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia is here to protect the things you love. Call Scott Ambergy today for a free quote. That's State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia.
If you're injured in a car wreck, don't delay. Give me a call today, Justin Markham. Here at Markham Law Office, we will fight for you. Don't settle for a handshake and a small check from the insurance companies. Give us a call. Don't take on the big insurance companies alone. We will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Here at Markham Law Office, you're more than a client. You're family, and we take care of family. Give me a call, Justin Markham, attorney at law.
We got a whistle. Start off the fourth quarter. Foul on Jackson Ellison. And my goodness, he's going to check back into the game now as Tackett. Okay, good.
Going to the locker room.
Okay, I was about to say, please no. I mean, the boy still, I give him a lot of credit. He's showing a lot of grit, but, he's definitely still limping. He definitely needs to try and take the rest of the evening off right now. There's a steal up ahead, and there's Ellison to lay it in. He's into double figures now with 11 points. The lead is now at 51 for the Chapmanville Middle School Tigers. This has just been a romp of epic proportions so far here tonight as Aiden Lester's three off the mark. Rebound taken away by the Tigers. He's looking for help in the backcourt. They'll shovel it up ahead. Now underneath, finding Neal, and Jackson Neal will go up. Jackson Neal with his first bucket of the evening. There's another Tiger in the scorebook. 73-20 now. Closing in on 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Far side, pass deflected. Lucas gets his hands on it, able to save it to McClanahan. Gets it up ahead. Neal grabs it, drives in right side, and there's another two for Jackson Neal.
Good for Neal, able to get into the game and get a couple buckets.
I'm going to say a Neal on the low block. Who would have thought
Who would have thought that,
yeah. 75-20. As Lester lost control of it on the way through, trying to fight it back from McClanahan, able to do so. Now to Braxton Lester, and he'll drive in and lay it in. He's got 4 points now in the evening. Over the far side, Ashton Lucas once again finds a crease to the basket, can't convert, gets it back, goes back up, no good. Jackson Neal again, 6 points, dominating the fourth quarter is Jackson Neal.
3 for 3 from the field as well.
77-22 now. Chapmanville leads it. And the biggest drama in this game left now is what Chapmanville's final total points are going to be at the end of the night. As there's ripped away underneath, taken by Brock Carter. Carter will bring it across the timeline, had it poked away by Lester. And with Tackett being hurt as well for Jenkins, I don't know if that's going to carry over tomorrow against Crum or not, but you already had only 7 dressed on your roster.
Right, yeah.
And now could just be down to 6 if Tackett's unable to go. They're going to get Bryson Bradley off the bench, check in. Floater on the way for Carter, doesn't go, rebound, put back up and in underneath. And Caleb Robinette with his first bucket.
How many players have now scored for Chapmanville, Chris?
That's what I was going to check at the next whistle. I'd say we're up to 9, close to 10 at this point. There's another steal Right in the front court, Carter draws a lot of contact. He's fouled by Aiden Lester. That's number 4 on him, I believe. Yeah, we're up to 9 Tigers now in the scorebook.
Has Carter scored?
Carter has not scored yet, so this could put us into double figures if Carter's able to knock down these free throws, or at least one of them. This first one rolls off no good, and here comes Bryson Bradley into the game. As Hall will go to the bench. Again, Aiden Lester with 4 fouls. Danger of fouling out, and that would just leave them with whoever they've got on the floor at this point. Carter misses on both. Rebound comes out long into the corner, taken by Aiden Lester. Lobs it up ahead, finds Campbell. Takes it out beyond the three-point line. That one got halfway down and popped out. Taken back, Braxton Lester, 3 straight on, and he'll bank it home. And the bank has been open all night long here.
Saw a couple banked-in foul shots in the girls' games. A couple banked-in threes from a few other teams as well.
I told you, use the glass, kids. It's worth it. Now you're going to get a full line change here almost for Chapmanville. So they're going to empty every last vestige of the bench here as Carson Baldwin checking in along with Jeremiah Farmer. We also have Luke Crum checking into the game. And also Zeke Tiller into the contest. So everyone checking in new for Chapmanville except Caleb Robinette as a steal, rushing up the other way. Layup won't go for Lester. Out of the fray with it comes Robinette. 3 minutes to go here in the fourth. Now stolen back. It's Lester trying to navigate inside. Had it poked away, and we're going to get a tie up here. And you see the Chapmanville bench loving it. And that's a great sign of a team. Carson Baldwin getting that tie up. But you love it whenever the starters are there rooting for the bench players just as hard as what they do for them. That shows how much it's a close-knit team.
Yeah, when you see your young kids get in there that have worked hard in practice and have some success, you celebrate success. That's what good teams do.
Far side Farmer, he'll pull up, jumper on the way, off the back iron, no good. Tiller gets the rebound. Tiller trying to find some space, had it knocked away, and it's out of bounds off of Chapmanville. And Tiller, really solid baseball player as well for Chapmanville. He's on their all-star teams in baseball, along with several other Chapmanville Tigers on the team. As floater in the lane, that one won't fall for Campbell. Rebounded though by Lester. Braxton Lester drives in left side, cut off by a couple of Tigers. Looking for help, looking for a lot of help. Finally he's able to heave it out to Campbell. It's Aiden Lester just standing over doing arm raises on the far side, wanting the basketball. He's not getting it. And Braxton Lester will finally take the 3 from the corner. That's no good. Rebound knocked around, and now we're going to get a whistle with 2:05 to go.
Because that was usually our stance on the basketball court. I'm open. Well, we're still not going to throw you the ball, so don't worry about it.
I'm not going to work to get open, but I'm open. Again, we're here live at Chapmanville Middle School, home of the greatest upset in basketball history. Justice Jaguars 27, Ammersdale 21. James and I.
Oh, wow. Wow.
How did you freeze on that, my guy?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been such a long time ago.
You and I were on the same team together pulling off that upset. 3 on the way, no good for Farmer that time. Rebound taken away. Up ahead, Aiden Lester leading Braxton Lester a little too far and out of bounds off of Jenkins.
They should have put our footprints in the corners where we played the 4 corners.
They let us get away with 4 corners for about 3 quarters and then tried to press us near the end. And
for somehow, some way, we handled pressure for the first time.
we couldn't even beat the JV team that week with that. And I remember Dad and Don McLeod said, we can't run this against our JV. How are we going to run this against them? And then they just let us run it. So hats off to Ammersdale for allowing us to pull that upset. It was very much appreciated. Because that would not have happened if they pressed us for 4 quarters.
No, absolutely not.
It's Aiden Lester. Pulls on a 3, no good. Rebound taken away by Chapmanville. Into the front court comes Luke Crum. Nice spin move by him. Gets all the way in. Can't finish. Rebound put back up, and Robinette will clean it up.
And 81 points for the Tigers.
And you feel like 100 was possible tonight. had they stuck with their starters maybe all the way through. But it's like I said, this is a team with so much depth. They can go to their bench and not lose a beat, it seems like.
Right.
So they call that foul on Carson Baldwin. Connor Hall will check back in.
All right, Chris, 1:09 left. You got to start kind of figuring out our Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game.
Honestly, tonight, I really like the way that Ashton Lucas played. Again, 15 points off the bench, coming in with several steals in this game, played good defense. At the moment, he would be my candidate, and I'm trying to see if he's actually leading in scoring as well. Again, you had Dalton exit the game with 13 points overall, Browning with 11 points. Yeah, I think Ashton Lucas, your leading scorer as well, so he's my candidate at the moment.
We can discuss it at the break. I think he stands a really good chance.
Okay. I was going to say, we're going to get in a fight now in the last 45 seconds.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think you can go wrong tonight with Chapmanville.
I don't either. It's been a team effort. Like you said, you've got so many guys that have been in the scoring column for the Tigers, and they've just played really good team basketball from the start.
And again, Williamson waits in the wings for Chapmanville tomorrow at approximately 7:30 in the championship game, as Jenkins will come back tomorrow, and at approximately 4:30 they'll take on Crum in the consolation game. There's 31 seconds remaining in this contest, and Chapmanville has led this game wire to wire. Possibly one more chance here on the offensive end. As Baldwin will bring it across the timeline. Gets it over to Farmer. Farmer will take another jumper. This one off the front iron, no good. Robinette grabs the rebound, trying to pass out of it, and he's going to be fouled with 19.6 seconds to go. So we can crawl to the finish line here tonight from Chapmanville Middle School. Robinette will fire it in, gets it into the corner. Crum, he'll put up a jumper. That's off the mark, rebounded by Anderson. Pass up ahead to Braxton Lester, drives in hard up the right side. Counted in the foul with 10.6 seconds to go.
Yeah, good finish there from Jenkins, trying to finish strong here. And, they can come back over here tomorrow and play. Crum.
Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow again at 3 p.m. for 4 more games here from Chapmanville Middle School as Lester misses on the second free throw. Outlet pass stolen away with 5 seconds left as Campbell turns in the lane, and we'll get one more whistle. One more before this is all over with. It's probably a good thing I'm not an official. Someone could have brought a sledgehammer onto the floor maybe about half an hour ago, and I wouldn't have said anything. As that concludes the action here tonight from Chapmanville Middle School as the Tigers romp their way to an 81-27 win over Jenkins to move into the finals tomorrow. James and I will step aside for a quick break and be back to wrap things up right after this as you are watching the Chapmanville Middle School Holiday Tournament right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Come down to Trailblazers Outfitters, located right off the 4-lane from Williamson, West Virginia, to hop on your new rental of side-by-sides, dirt bikes, or four-wheelers. They also have four-wheeler, dirt bike, and side-by-side repairs, along with accessories, tires, and stereo systems, and a large repair shop. Give them a call today at 859-953-0903 to get your new rental to enjoy the trails today.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
If you got a big job to get done, don't just trust any flagging service. Call Diamond Flagging Service. Diamond Flagging Service keeps your community safe while also making sure it stays moving. Give Diamond Flagging Service a call today for their services. They also offer amazing job opportunities. Diamond Flagging Services, proud supporter of the Mountain Athletes.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and James Barker with you as Chapmanville knocks off Jenkins 81-28 to move into the finals tomorrow. So let's look at the final scoring. For Jenkins, Braxton Lester led the way with 9 points. Then you had Aiden Lester with 6 points. Tristan Campbell and Jesse Tackett with 4 points each. And Bryson Bradley with 2 points to round out the scoring for Jenkins. On the other end, such balance for Chapmanville as you had 4 players finish in double figures. Ashton Lucas leading the way with 15 points. Dakota Dalton with 13 points. David Browning with 11. Jackson Ellison with 11. And you had Maddox Sarton with 6 points. Jacob Maynard and Jackson Neal with 6 points. Also, Jacob Maynard with 6. Then you had Jacob Vance with 5 points, Caleb Robinette with 4 points, and that rounds out the scoring for the Tigers. And I guess now the only drama left, our Tug Valley Wellness Center player of the game. I said my piece, James. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with your assessment, Mr. Kidd.
That's sad. That's sad. You actually agreed with me.
That's all I got.
No, that's why I said we could have named a lot of different players tonight, but again, Ashton Lucas off the bench with 15 points, multiple steals, wreaking havoc on the defensive side tonight. So again, just felt good giving that to Ashton Lucas tonight. Again, it just goes to show how deep this team is and how many different ways they can hurt you. So he's our Tug Valley Wellness Center player of the game. So again, tomorrow, James, 4 more games on the slate. Again, we'll have Crum versus
Jenkins for the boys.
On the boys' side at 4:30. Our 3 o'clock game will be Crum against Williamson in the girls' consolation game. So those will be your 2 consolation games. 6 o'clock we'll have Chapmanville against Barbersville for the girls' championship. And approximately at 7:30 we'll have Chapmanville versus Williamson for the boys' championship. Should be an interesting slate of games again tomorrow.
Should be fun to come back over here and watch 4 good games of basketball, Chris, as we'll see, 2 really, really good matchups in your championship game between Chapmanville and Barbersville on the girls' side, and then Chapmanville and Williamson on the boys' side.
Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors and thank all of you for joining us throughout the day here on the D&D Sports Network. We hope you join us again tomorrow, once again starting at 3 p.m. here from Chapmanville Middle School. So for James Barker, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long tonight from Chapmanville, West Virginia, as you've been watching the Chapmanville Middle School Holiday Tournament with us right here live on the